Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here filming a planner essentials video. So I know I get a lot of questions about what one might need to get started with planning, and so I just want to talk about all of those things today. So if you're interested in hearing about that, then please keep watching. Okay, so obviously the first thing that you're going to need is a planner. Now, I get sent fancy planners, but I do not recommend going out and purchasing fancy planners if it is not in your budget to do so. This planner is like a $65 planner. That's obviously a little steep. Again, I did not pay for this. Probably wouldn't have one unless I got one for free, but this is the planner that I use. It is an Erin Condren life planner. It is a colorful planner, and it is an hourly planner. So if you're thinking about getting an Erin Condren planner, head on over to the Erin Condren website. There's a link down in the description box, and that'll take you right there. But this is an hourly. She has other formats like a horizontal planner or like a vertical planner, but this is the hourly format, and this is what I prefer. After about a year of planning, this is just something that I know works for me, and so I do use an hourly planner. However, you can get other planners. You don't have to pay $65 for a planner. You don't have to pay $50. You don't have to pay $20. You can get one for fairly cheap, but you obviously are going to need a planner. Now, this is a spiral bound planner. This is my preferred planner, but some people like other planners, such as disc bound planners. Now, with disc bound planners, basically you get to take the pages out and put the pages back in. The cover comes off just the same way. They typically have like little inserts and dashboards and such that you can kind of just pop into your planner, all of that fun stuff. And they make these in different sizes. This is a happy planner. I purchased this from Michaels. They are typically sold in Michaels, Hobby Lobby, Joann, the Happy Planner website, all of that. Now, if these sizes, which are about the same, this is pretty much like the same size. If this doesn't really work for you, you can actually go larger. So you don't really have to use this size if you don't want to. You can go larger or you can go smaller. This is just like a mini happy planner. That's literally what it's called. So it's just like a miniature version of this, but they also have smaller spiral bound planners. So essentially it's just whatever you feel comfortable with. I started out with this mini happy planner, but then my life got a little bit more hectic and busy, so I did upgrade to a bigger size, and so that's what I'm using right now. This is my planner that I use every day, but again, it's really just about how busy your life is or what it is that you're planning on planning. So again, first thing you need is a planner. So the next thing that you're going to need is a good pen. My favorites are the Papermate Ink Joys and the Papermate Flares, and I love the Ink Joys in 0.7 and the Flares in medium. And so let me just show you guys what these look like. This is just like your average gel pen, and then this is like a felt tip, so it's kind of like a marker. So my preferred pens are these two, black and everything. I'll prefer to write in black, but they also have these in a bunch of other different colors. So Ink Joys, I mean, they're green, yellow, pink, purple, red. They have every color in the Ink Joys, as well as the Flare, so you can get other colors as well. And I would recommend getting packs, like multicolor packs, because you could use your pens to like color code, or it can be a way to just add some color to your spreads if you're not going to be using washi tape or stickers or anything like that. So these are my preferred pens, and these are the ones that I'm going to recommend. However, these are some erasable pens, and these are the Parku brand, but they also have, I think, what's the brand of though here? I think this is it. Friction Pilot. Pilot makes some friction pens, and you can purchase these at like Michaels or Walmart or whatever the case is, and they have these in different colors as well, but I just brought out these because these are the first ones that I saw. But these are an erasable pen, and let me just show you guys how these work. So oh well, I haven't used that one before. Oh, I haven't used any of these. Okay, let me grab out this this Pilot one. So you can, write whatever you want, and then you can immediately go ahead and erase it. So it's going to erase using the friction, and it might erase if you leave it in like a really hot place. So that's one downfall of having the erasable pens, is that if you leave your pages, like if you've written in your planner and you leave it in the hot sun for too long, it will literally erase what you've written on the pages. But you can actually bring it back. All you have to do is cool it, like put it in a freezer or a refrigerator or something like that, and then what you've written will actually come back. Now, I don't have time for all of that, so I rarely use these, but again, if that's something that you can get behind, then I would recommend getting these erasable pens. Now, I also recommend getting Sharpie pens, maybe just a few different colors, like not a whole bunch. I have every color, but I would definitely recommend getting like black or red or blue, and that's because a lot of the times there are going to be different surfaces that you're going to want to write on, and you're not going to be able to do that with one of these pens or one of these markers. You're going to need a permanent marker. So like if I wanted to write on the cover of my planner, or maybe like one of these dashboards, I would need a permanent marker for sure, because anything else is going to smear and come right off. So I do recommend a Sharpie pen or two. And then some highlighters. Again, you can use these the same way that you use colorful pens to color code or add some color to your spreads to make it a little bit more fun and appealing, if you're not going to be using washi tape or sticky notes or anything like that. So the next thing that I recommend is sticky notes. These are like your average sticky notes from like Walmart. These are a little bit cuter, so I would recommend getting some cute sticky notes, and you can use these to kind of jot down notes if you aren't really prepared to make it a permanent thing by writing inside of your planner, or you can pre-plan or do pretty much anything that you want to do outside of making it permanent. So I do recommend having some sticky notes, and they have these in like smaller sizes, so you can really go with just like regular sticky notes. But one thing to keep in mind is if you get like some cuter sticky notes, you can actually use some tape, some double-sided tape, some adhesive tape to turn these into like little stickers. So that might be a reason, or that might be a reason for you to get cute sticky notes. So next up we have washi tape, and these come in a bunch of different sizes. This is like one of the thicker ones. So this is like a pretty gold foil. You can get like some holiday washi, so you can use this like for the month of October or for the week of Halloween or whatever. You can get some Christmas washi. This is just one of the many Christmas washi tapes that I have, but you can kind of get these to, you know, spruce up your months or your weeks. They also have this size washi, which is pretty much the same size as that. It's just like a bigger roll. And then they also have some really thin washi, and they sell these little washi tapes at Michael's, Joann, Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. All of those places will have washi tapes. Obviously, you're going to get the best of the, well, not the best of the best, but you're going to get a better quality washi tape, better quality planner or pen or whatever at like a craft store, you know, as opposed to like Dollar Tree or Dollar General. So I do recommend getting you a couple of washi tapes. Now, there are people who have like hundreds of washi tapes. I probably have a couple hundred, honestly. I'm looking at my washi tape supply, and I probably do have a couple hundred. And honestly, washi tape isn't really that expensive. I got a lot of these for like $1 a piece, so I've probably spent maybe like $50 on washi tapes over the past year. But I do recommend just getting the ones that appeal to you most. Like Hobby Lobby and Michael's, they sell kits, so you can just see what kit you like the best, and then you can just purchase that kit, and then you can use the kit for all of your washi tape needs for the week or the month or whatever it is that you're going to be using the washi tape for. So next, I recommend some cute paper clips. You can actually make a lot of these paper clips. You don't really have to buy them, but I do recommend having some cute paper clips as opposed to your average paper clips, just because this will make your planner a little cuter if that's what you're going for. So you don't need 100 different paper clips, but maybe a couple of cute paper clips. They also have these magnetic paper clips, which I do like using these. This one's falling apart, so obviously I've been using this, but you can also pick up these magnetic paper clips. Now, as far as tools, I would recommend some scissors. I just have 2 different sizes here, but obviously you don't really need like a larger pair and a smaller pair. One pair of scissors is going to work just fine. So I would recommend scissors, and that's going to be to like cut down your washi tape or cut down your sticky notes or just cutting down whatever it is that you need to cut down. Obviously, if you don't care for the ripped effect, then you can do that as well. But I do recommend grabbing some scissors. This is an adhesive, this is Tombow removable adhesive tape. And so again, I was talking about turning your sticky notes into stickers, and you can do that with this adhesive tape. You can literally just put some of the adhesive on the back of the sticky note and turn it into a sticker. So I do recommend getting some of this. And also, you might not want to use this to adhere a sticky note to your planner page. Maybe you want to put down a picture or something else like that. So I do recommend getting some adhesive tape. So this is a correction tape. I got this from Staples. It is the Staples brand. And I do recommend getting some correction tape because you're probably going to mess up inside of your planner. Obviously, if that's not an issue for you, you don't need correction tape. But sometimes I mess up inside of my planners and I use the correction tape to right my wrongs. Now, out of all of these two are probably the tools that I use the most. I use this little utility knife that I picked up from Dollar Tree a whole lot, and I mainly use it to like lift up stickers when I can't get them with my nails, or sometimes I don't have on nails and then I don't have nails at all, so I definitely can't like peel up a sticker or anything like that. So I definitely recommend getting something like this. I also use this to cut my washi tape. So whenever you lay the washi tape down, or lay down the washi tape rather, see, I'm already having trouble. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the tweezers. So I do also recommend tweezers for basically the same thing, but this is more so for like peeling up washi tape and peeling up small stickers, and this is more so for like, you can peel it up with this utility knife, but I also mainly use this for like cutting the washi tape or whatever it is. So like if you lay down the washi tape and you want to cut it, you can just take this and just cut it. And that is how I use this utility knife. Again, I picked this up from Dollar Tree, so I mean most of this stuff you can get for cheap. And then I use this. So sometimes I probably should have got a planner out so that I could show you guys what I'm doing, but sometimes I will have put down washi tape inside of my planner, and I actually want to cut it in like a straight line. So I'll use this old gift card from Michael's to cut the washi tape in a straight line. So that is what I normally use this gift card for, or that is why I recommend having a gift card. So we only have one more we only have one more thing, and I feel like the last thing is to be expected. So the last thing that I am going to recommend is stickers, and I'm not trying to shamelessly plug the Happy Planner, but I'm just being honest. They sell a bunch of these different sticker books at Michael's, and typically you can get like a 50% off or 60% off coupon, which then brings the price of these sticker books down to like $8 or $9, or you know, depending on which coupon you use. And honestly, look how many stickers are in these sticker books, and they have a bunch of different sticker books. Mom sticker book, colorful boxes sticker book, rainbow sticker book. I have like 60 sticker books sitting right beside me. So I'm definitely gonna plug the Happy Planner, only because I think this is the most bang for your buck. I'm just being honest, and they have a bunch of different ones there. So if you're not into that kind of thing though, you might purchase some stickers from Recollections. They have sticker books. I don't really care for these stickers, only because I just feel like this is the bang for your buck. Like, this is a budget sticker book, but the Happy Planner makes a budget sticker book as well. These are, I don't even know this brand. I won this. Oh, American Crafts. This is a sticker book, so as you can see, it retails for $19.99. The best you're going to do at Michael's with the paper, let me see, is this paper student? No, so they might have these 50% off, which would bring the price down to like $10, but honestly Michael's has, and this comes from Hobby Lobby, but honestly Michael's has 60% off coupons sometimes, so this retails for $20 too, but a 60% off coupon is going to take you further than a 40% off coupon, which is normally what Hobby Lobby has, or if they have them on sale for 50% off. But these, I like these stickers. I use these sometimes. There's nothing really wrong with these stickers. I just think you get a bang for your buck with the Happy Planner stickers. And then I also just have like some Paper House stickers. This is like a sports pack. I don't really know why I have this. Maybe I was... probably because I got it on sale for $1.25. I don't even really care for sports. But again, this is like a smaller sticker pack. I don't know what it retailed for. It retailed for $5. So I mean, if you use your 40% off coupon, you can get the price down fairly cheap. But I just think you get a bang for your buck with the Happy Planner stickers. So anyway, these are all of the things that I recommend when getting started with planning, and I recommend just easing your way into it. You don't have to be like a full-fledged planner girl in your first week or your first month. Pick out a couple washi tapes, get a cheap pair of scissors, get a few pens, try out different pens, buy single pens instead of whole packs that you may end up not using. With the the planners, it's a little different because you really got to figure out which style is going to work for you. So you may have to try a horizontal, you may have to try a vertical, you may have to try an hourly to see what's going to work for you. But if you're going to be spending a pretty penny on planners, I just recommend not spending as much on all of the other supplies. So anyway, this is a video about my planner essentials. These are all of the things that I recommend for planner newbies. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.